Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank be chopping, and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. Alright guys, so check it out. This is my 2.5-year-old son. What we're gonna be doing on this cut is somewhat of a comb over, burst fade, burst mohawk type look. We're not trimming the top, we're leaving the length, although I am putting some product in his hair to help loosen up some of that gel that he has in his hair, because the way I want to comb his hair is I want this to be a connected fade. I don't want to do it disconnected, because when you disconnect it, it kind of leaves a harsh line from when you comb it over. So I'm combing this side of his hair to the left, that way I can actually fade this longer hair into the sides. So now I'm going in with my number 4 guard, and I'm gonna debulk this area and set in the shape that I'm trying to keep. So as you can see, I'm doing it in that mohawk burst fade type shape, using the flick out motion, just floating this clipper up and away. That way I don't leave too harsh of a line. And now I'm gonna do some shear over comb work, basically just connecting this number 4 guard into the length on top. And once again, guys, I combed this hair this way because I wanted to look, I wanted it to be a connected fade, not disconnected. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm gonna do a little bit of some down fading technique, just to try to speed up the process a little bit. This is my number 3 guard lever all the way open. Once again, guys, keeping that same shape that I originally created with my 4 guard, and then I just closed my lever all the way, and I'm coming right below what I did with my 3 guard lever open. So now I'm gonna be doing the same exact thing that I just did. Only difference is I'm coming slightly lower, and I'm using my number 2 guard with the lever open, and then I'm gonna close this number 2 guard, which is gonna make it a true 2 and come right below that. That's the good thing about me cutting my son's hair, man. I can do whatever cut I want, and I've been really digging this cut for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I've been giving it to him for about 5 or 6 months or so. I may be switching it up here soon, but right now this is the cut I've been giving him, so I wanted to record it for y'all. So what I'm doing here is I have my trimmers in my hand. These are the Babyliss Boost FX, and what I'm doing is I'm setting in, that point in the back. We wanna, that's the look I'm going for. I want it to be pointed in the back, so I'm setting in his points, trying to put his head down. Obviously, as you can see, well, I don't know if y'all can tell, but he's eating a ring pop. He's trying to watch TV. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do real quick and then move on. Now I'm gonna set in my initial bald guideline with my trimmer. And same thing, guys. I'm just trying to keep that mohawk burst fade type shape to it. And I'm just, as y'all can see, I'm moving a little quicker than normal, not because I'm trying to rush through this haircut, but because I know how kids are. Sometimes you got to move really quickly and just do what you got to do to get a decent cut. Not all kids' cuts are going to come out perfect, but you just got to do what you got to do to get it as good as you can. So now I'm following up what I did with my trimmer, with my razor, just getting the size down the skin. That way this haircut lasts my son a little longer. Now I'm going in with my Babyliss Boost FX, and I'm setting in my next guideline with my clipper all the way open, using a flick out motion, following that same shape, and then I just close my lever halfway, coming halfway into this section, and then I'm gonna close my lever all the way and attack that bottom line. So next, I'm going in with my number 1 guard with the lever open. Once again, guys, I'm following that same shape, still using a slight flick out motion. And then I'm gonna close my lever all the way and try to attack the bottom of this section. And this may or may not get this line completely out. It's probably not. So I'm gonna have to go on with my 0 guard or my half guard and do some lever play to get that line to come out. And that's what I'm doing now. Half guard, lever halfway open. And as you can see, this line is getting blended out. And then I'm gonna close my lever notch by notch and still just attack where that line is at, just to try to get this part of the blend to come together. So this is my 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna say it again, guys, still following that same shape, still using a slight flick out motion, just trying to get this blend to come together. And now I just close my lever all the way, and I'm coming right below what I did with my 1.5 lever open. And now this is my 2 guard, and I'm just trying to tie this blend all the way together. So I know I did some down fading, and I did fade all the way down to a 2, but sometimes you got to go back and just detail and refine everything, and that's basically what I'm doing now, trying to clean up everything with that number 2 guard and see how this blend starts to look, and then from here it'll determine what I want to do. So after doing that, I decided to go back up to my number 4 guard. I believe this is my number 4 guard, and I'm cleaning up, most of this area. And now this is my number 3 with the lever open, doing the same thing, just doing some cleanup work. And right here in the area, like right there, you see me fading right here, it's gonna look a little bulky throughout the cut, but that's because the angle that the camera's at. You know what I'm saying? Like towards the end, you'll see that it actually looks, it actually looks faded. But since the angle is coming from the top, it's gonna look kind of non-faded. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, here I am going in with I believe this is my 1.5 or my 2 guard. Not 100% sure yet. But I'm just still doing the same thing, doing some cleanup work in that area, in those areas that you see, these dark areas, because this blend isn't 100% yet. Excuse me. This blend isn't 100% there yet, so I'm going back in and trying to clean everything up. So yeah, that was my 1.5 guard. Now this is my number 1 guard with the lever open, and as you can see, I'm just using the corner of my blade, the corner of that guard, just trying to get this to all come together, give it a more blended look. And now I'm touching up the bottom of this blend with my half guard once again. And as y'all can see, I'm kind of skimming through this process kind of quickly. I'm just trying to be as quick as I can when I'm doing this, but still trying to get a good blend. So I'm making sure that I go through my steps a good amount of time to get this blend to come together. And as you can see here, I'm using my trimmer to try to erase that bottom line. And now I'm gonna go ahead and hit that C cup. And with kids, sometimes their edge ups are kind of tough, man. Like he was moving a little bit, but for the most part, he's a good kid, man. But he was moving a little bit trying to watch TV and whatnot. So that's why I did not turn him towards the camera when I did the front lineup. And he was watching The Good Dinosaur. So I was trying to keep him entertained while I was lining him up. That way he wouldn't move too much. And y'all know how I do it, guys. After I line them up, I go back and do some more detail work. So that was my 4. This is my number 3 guard. Here's my number 2 guard. And once again, guys, I'm really just going over the same thing over and over, really just trying to get this blend to come together. Alright, so now that part of the blend is done, I'm actually moving on to the opposite side. We're going to be doing the same exact thing, guys. As you can see here, I'm debulking with my number 4 guard. Now here is my number 3 guard, lever open, and then closing my lever, following that same shape, doing some down fading technique. I'm going to set in my guidelines here. And this side may be a little more difficult to see. I did get in the way of the camera a couple times, but we're doing the same exact step, guys. So if you really want to really watch what I was doing and go back to the opposite side, rewind it, you know what I'm saying, and watch it one more time. But it's the same exact thing, guys. I'm going in with my clipper all the way open now, setting in that next guideline, and then I'm gonna fade this section out, meaning I'm gonna close my lever halfway, attack the middle of that section, and then close my lever all the way and try to blend out that line. So now I'm going in with my number 1 guard, lever all the way open. And remember, guys, you want to make sure you're following that same shape, especially with this style of haircut, since that's the shape we want to end with. We want to make sure we're doing it with each guideline, with each step. That way we keep that shape nice and consistent. Here is my 1.5 guard. And once again, guys, this side is a little hard for y'all to see, but I'm gonna try to walk y'all through it. That was this is my number 3 guard, I believe, 3 or 4, can't really tell from this angle. But if I'm doing my normal steps, that's a 4, and this is number 3 guard. I may be 1 guard off, guys, so don't come for me in the comment section. You know, I'm trying to give y'all the best that I can with what I can see. This is the 1 guard below that, so this is probably my number 3 or my number 2 guard. And once again, guys, follow that same shape, doing the same thing, using some down fading technique, really trying to sandwich this blend together. But like I was saying earlier in my video, guys, that's the good thing, about me being able to cut my son's hair is I can give him basically any cut I want to give him. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife don't really trip on what I be doing. She's like, man, that's your kid. You cut his hair, you give him a look that you like. And this is the cut I've been doing for a good amount of time now. We were doing like a number 4 and a fade for a while. We were actually doing like a 4 and a taper. Then I went to a 4 and a fade, and then we grew his hair out. And then I was just giving him a low fade, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna start doing this burst fade Mohawk type deal. So y'all probably gonna be seeing him a little more frequently, especially when I don't have anybody to record for content. I'll just probably switch up his whole cut. So the next cut I might give him is probably gonna be like a low fade crop top type deal. Try to keep the crown really full, but that when we get there, we'll worry about that when we get there. As you can see, I'm just working this blend a little bit, using the corners of my blades, trying to get this blend to come together and just have a nice finished look. And now what I'm doing here is some shear over comb. I am using my blending shears on this side. He was getting a little antsy, so I wanted to try to be a little more careful. So with blending shears, they're a little more forgiving than actual regular shears. Now I'm just doing some cleanup work. This is my clipper lever open, adjusting my lever closed, cleaning up the bottom of this blend. And then we're gonna move on to the lineup. Hit that C cup. Normally I do the front edge up first, but for whatever reason, I did a C cup first. And there he goes, just acting a fool, you know what I'm saying? Having fun, being a kid, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm just picking up where I left off when I did the other side of his edge up, moving my way over to the vertical bar. Cleaning up this side a little more. And as y'all can see, this blend is looking pretty good, man. There he goes, waving to the camera. So now what I'm doing here is I'm just applying some product in my son's hair. Like I said, we are gonna be doing the comb over. You know, we normally style it comb over, but sometimes we do a Mohawk type look. Sometimes we just do a messy top. But I decided to do a comb over for this video. Now I'm combing his hair over. But yeah, guys, that's basically the cut, man. So check it out. This is how my son came into the shop looking. It's been about 3 weeks since the last time I cut his hair. And this is the finished product. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure and subscribe one time for your boy. Remember, guys, if you're in the Houston, Texas area and you want a haircut from your boy, you can go to my website, tankbechopping.com. You can book there. You can use my discount code on babylesspro.com, tank10. And I got the links to all my other tools in my description. But that's basically it, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go. You.